Beyond hands where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in. Beyond hands where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in. Mary, Mary, blah, blah.
Show, show, show.
Mary, Mary, blah, blah.
Show, show, show.
Beyond hands where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in.
Listen.
Beyond hands where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in.
Listen.
Mary, Mary, blah, blah.
Show, show, show.
Mary, Mary, blah, blah.
Show, show, show.
Welcome.
Welcome to The Unhinged, a Mary Blige show. Today's guest is Mic Garza. Born and raised on the southwest side of Houston, Texas, Mic Garza has made a name for himself on the hip-hop scene for some years now. Dedicating time to perfecting his craft has led him to become one of the most respected MCs and lyricists in the city. Mike has performed in multiple shows at places such as Warehouse Live, White Oak Music Hall, and many, many others. Garza has gained a huge fan base and the respect of his peers simply by staying true to hip hop culture, the art of rap, and most importantly, by remaining true to himself. Welcome to the show, Mike.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Good. What's up? I got Mike here. Mike, what's going on, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, doing good. So I wanted to get into to your music, like what got you started, and then we'll go from there. But I got some questions for you. But I just want to know
Okay.
when you got started and why you got started.
When I got started, like actually being active, or are you saying like writing?
Writing.
I want to say like I always kind of like wrote here and there since like maybe the sixth grade, fifth or sixth grade, but it wasn't like consistent or anything. But uh I I started like really being more consistent, like writing, like when I kind of got close to graduating high school. So and
What
then
what?
the no,
Go
go ahead.
ahead. No, you were about to. I think you were about to answer what I was gonna ask. So go ahead.
The okay, so the reason I started was I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't good at anything back then, and I think once I like felt like I was like even remotely good at rapping, like I just stuck with it. You know, as I got older, I realized like, you know, I was good at other things, you know what I mean? But I think I just got too attached to the craft of things and you know, I became more passionate about it. I'm like a lot of people like the crazy thing like to me is like a lot of people say the more they get older, the the um the less passionate they get about shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the opposite. Like the more older I get, like the more passionate I get about it because I learn new things about whether it's something about the craft in general or how I approach the craft or just you know what I'm saying whatever whether it's the craft or the business
Mm-hmm.
part of shit, like or the how you could market your music. Like I just learned new things about how to approach this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I've been following you for a long time, but I there's a lot of stuff that you have like this old, and then from what you have now, how I listen, like you have really grown into this craft for sure. What I love about you, Mike, is that I have not heard one rap that you've done where you degrade women and you talk about all this other stuff that all other rappers do. So your style is different, but how would you describe that?
Um, well, I definitely I'm very passionate about lyricism, so I I I like to consider myself a extreme lyricist and uh but I also like to take pride in being diverse. So I could get on a song where like maybe like if it's like a feature and you know it's a song where like you degrade women. I could get on that song, that type of song, but like it's not genuine. You know what I mean? So I just
Mhm.
do. So I let myself be diverse, but I also don't do anything that I'm not feeling. You know what I'm saying? I allow
Yeah.
myself to say, hey man, if you want to do a club song, if you want to go turn up or whatever, go do it, but do it because you feel like doing it. So I like to consider myself diverse, but more even more so like authentic, you know?
Yeah. That's what I love about your stuff because I do listen to your stuff. I've been a fan for a minute and I've
Thank
never heard that. So you do have for the people out there should check out his stuff because your lyrics are they're very very different and they're so intense and good. There's this one that you did a while back, a few years back, and wanted to it really it really touched home, but it's about the point of view from the bully. Remember you did that
oh
in the
the
video?
oh the point of view from the school
Yeah,
shooter
yeah,
song.
yeah. What
Uh
made you decide to do that?
I don't know. I think like a lot of the great artists that I'm influenced by,
Hmm.
they they do stuff like that. Like there's people like Eminem, Nas, Joyner Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Joyner Lucas, like at that time, if you don't know who Joyner Lucas is, check him out. But Joyner Lucas, like at the time, was consistent dropping like storytelling videos, visuals, and it inspired me to do my own thing and come up with my own type of concept. Uh, so I don't know why. I think I don't know. I think there was like some sort of incident. There's always like, and that's sad that there's always like an incident, like
School
people, the
shootings and
school
stuff.
shootings and shit. You know what I mean? So I think at the time I thought that would inspire me to do it, and then I think at the time it was a situation where it was like a high school shooter. Like when I hear these stories about like elementary, like people shooting up elementary schools or whatever, I
Mhm.
think they're cowards. You know what I mean? Like I don't have no sympathy for the shooters. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but and I hope this doesn't sound bad, but like when it comes to like high school, like I'm still like I'm sympathetic to the people that got shot, but I also am sympathetic to like, man, maybe that kid was getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
and, and I know that's like a crazy way to look at it, but it may, like what if he was getting bullied, and what if that's what pushed him to the edge, you know what I mean? So that's, I guess that was the process. And then on top of that, the energy that I put into the song, I actually was angry at the time. So like I was able to like channel my anger through this, character. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I never got I mean, I think we all get bullied as kids, you know what I'm saying? Like but a lot of us, we either like let it, break us, or we let it motivate us to be better people. So I got picked on, but I always like stood up for myself, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can't really say that I got bullied in that sense to where it made me want to, commit suicide or make me want to commit homicide or anything.
Hmm.
Uh, but I'm very like I like to consider myself an emotionally intelligent person. So I always am empathetic with with every side.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my a good thing and a bad thing about myself. But yeah.
I so I watched it several times the video because you did a video for it and I got it from your where you're coming from, and I know a
Mhm.
lot of people probably not and saying, "Oh, why are you putting shine on this bully?" But you're right, we don't know what that person is going through, how I mean, you talked about and that's real stuff. A lot of people have asthma, took the asthma inhaler, you're laughing
Yeah.
at this. It's just so much that so many people can take and you're right. Not a lot of people, it just depends. It will make us or break
Mhm.
us for sure. But I
Right.
got it from what you're saying. And a lot of times we lose sight of of that. We just say, oh, you know, they just wanted to do evil or bad. You know what I'm saying? But we have
Right.
to kind of look at it from all the way around, not just be one sided on it. So that's what's up. I like that a lot about that. But
Thank you.
you, yeah, you're welcome. You talked about some of the people that inspire you. Who else were your inspirations, like to do this? Who motivates you?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of like hip hop. So like from the beginning, like if you don't mind, I'll kind of give you like a brief timeline
Yeah, go
of
for
like
it.
how.
It's your
So
platform, bro. It's your
I,
platform. I'm giving you a platform. Put it out there. Let's get it.
I appreciate it. So I guess I guess around like 98 ish, like I started like becoming familiar with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But it was like mainly like the mainstream stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or it was the stuff that was of that time. You know what I mean? So like uh of course like well Pac and Big, they were still they were still a thing, you know what I mean? They were still
yeah,
like you know, making noise, you know what I mean? Everybody was listening to Pac and Big. So Pac, Big, but M, 50, J, you know what I mean, DMX, Ludacris, all them, you know what I mean? So I was just a fan, and I didn't have no particular. Well, yeah, I kind of did. I loved M and 50, but like I didn't I liked everything that was out, you know what I'm saying? And then I also like R&B, so like everything that was R&B, you know, I was just a fan of. But I remember one time like I was like probably 12 or something, 11 or 12, like I remember my cousin came and well, we went to San Antonio, and we went to go visit him, my aunt, and my uncle, and he had a big ass stack of like them cases of CDs, and he
hmm,
had all kinds of old school shit. He had like Wu Tang, Scarface, motherfucking Nas. Like, there's a lot of Mob Deep. There's a lot of like old school like East Coast hip hop or even West Coast hip hop that I didn't know about that he had, you know what I'm saying, that he
yeah,
put me on. And from there, I just kind of did my own research, and then I became like a hip hop fan. So, like, so I'll name like people like Wu Tang, Tupac, Biggie, Jay Z, Nas, M, uh, people like, I don't know if you heard of somebody like Big L, you know what I mean? There's, like, I could, the list goes on, but like, and then I always knew about Big Pun, but I never
yeah,
really uh dived into his albums until like I was 17 or 18. You know what I'm saying? So I was always like a fan of him, but I didn't study his style. But whenever I like there was one time like uh and then another person, Wayne, Lil Wayne was my favorite. And
oh
at the
yeah,
time, like Lil Wayne was like that's who I wanted to rap like, but I didn't know, I didn't feel like I knew how to rap good enough to have the confidence that he had at the time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like, or to even be confident enough to be slick the way that he was. So I kind of needed to like have a different approach. You know, now I could I'm not saying I want to rap like Lil Wayne, but like I could rap with that type of, I could take that kind of approach, like kind of be chill or whatever.
yeah,
But I was trying to like imitate Wayne, but it wasn't working out for me. So like I was like, what I was thinking to myself, like, what could be my style? You know what I
hmm,
mean? What could be the style that I approach shit with? And then one day I was listening to Big Pun, Capital Punishment, and I listened to the way that he rhymed, the way his rhyming techniques were, and from there it was like, oh shit, like, oh man, I want to rap like this. I don't want to imitate him, but
right,
I want to rap like him. And then he was Latino, so it kind of even gave me a different confidence in that way as well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So the reason I rap the way that I rap, with the from the technical standpoint, is Big Pun, and then everything else. Like of course, I got inspired by like Jay with like Jay Z, like with being slick, wordplay, Nas storytelling. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
Pac, you know what I'm saying? Like, just there's a lot of people, but Pun is the reason like I technically rap the way that I rap. You know what I mean?
yeah. So let me ask you this. what have been some of the challenges for you to like get your stuff out there to be taken seriously as a not just a rapper but a great lyricist because you do write some great lyrics. Like they're
Appreciate
really, really, really good. So
it. Thank you. Yeah, of course I've had challenges like you know, like I've always had like little challenges here and there. Like I never felt like the response that I got from people was unfair, for lack of a better word. Like I feel like in the beginning stages, like yeah, of course you want more people to hear you and fuck with your shit,
yeah.
but at the same time, like uh, you know, I always felt like I got the love that I've deserved. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want hell yeah, I want more love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I always felt like I got the love that I deserved, like even in the beginning stages, you know what I mean? But the criticism that I get, like I felt like for the most part, it's always been constructive. So even when it's not like all the way like, oh man, your shit is dope, like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I still feel like, you know, even when they're being or even when they're giving me criticism, it's constructive. You know what I'm saying? So uh you know, people said, you know, maybe you need to like slow your flow down, or maybe you need to, you know, kind of be like more calm. You know what I'm saying? So like certain things like made me uh pay attention and make me want to dedicate more time to my craft. You know what I'm saying? So like if they say, "Oh man, you need to slow your flow down, or you need to like have more space in between," like because it seems like you're just running out of breath easily. You know what I mean? So it made me want to be like instead of like getting on a beat and just being like da 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 da. It made me want to
Hmm.
be like da 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 da, like kind of have a more cohesive flow. And
Yeah.
then like you know when people have told me like you know, man, it sounds like you're just trying to be so aggressive on here. Like, you know, you could be aggressive without trying to be loud and all over the place. So it made me pay attention to my vocal tones on how I project my vocals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything like I I don't have this story of like, man, they didn't fuck with me. Like, yeah, like of course I do. Like I've had the stories of like I have a show and there's only like three people in the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, or I've had all these stories, but that didn't like break me. It just made me want to like it made me want to go home and be like, man, get uh how do I get five people at my show next time? And then from five, like how do I get 10 people? You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to grow. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if that answers your question, but like yeah, like I just, you know, like a lot of the shit that people like up and coming, and I'm still kind of an up and comer. You know, I feel like you know, I'm right around the corner from the next big step. But even when I get there, I'm gonna be saying like, oh shit, I gotta, you know, make another uh big move. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
always gonna want to keep going like harder. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no finish line. There ain't no finish line for me. So like all the ups and the downs, that's just what it comes with. Like a lot of the shit that a lot of these up and comers like complain about is like I don't even understand. Like a lot of people are like there was one thing that I was talking to my friend about like some of these up and comers like when people put like fire emojis in their comments,
Hmm.
they're like, man, that you know, those fire emojis are not good enough validation for me. Or I'm like, the fuck are they supposed to say? Like in like when they comment on your shit, like they took the time to
To
acknowledge your.
listen and acknowledge. Yeah.
So even if they put fire emojis, that's still them acknowledging you and they press like. Like what do you want them to do? Like put a whole paragraph like of what they said. Like, oh my god, like when I heard you, I was screaming on the inside. Like, the fuck out of here. Like, just
Right.
love is love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like
Yeah,
like
like
I
that.
said,
Love is love.
like I said, I want more love. Of course, I want more love. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I appreciate what I got right now. You feel
Yeah.
me?
So they just
My,
got here. The newbies just got here. That's one thing. What people, whatever the craft is, uh, what
mm,
people need to understand for the new ones trying to get in, and whatever craft this is. But I always feel like it's not like you got to work. You got to constantly
mm,
work hard to get, to get your stuff out there.
yeah.
Some people, and I say this because I've had this experience, and I know a few people in my little circle that, they got this talent and they're 2 months in, and it's like, damn, man, how can I get, like, I don't have, you know, I want it to happen like right now, bro. It don't happen like that. You got to constantly, continuously working and working. It should don't come like right away. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like these people need to, understand and get. Like, this is not gonna happen overnight like that. I
Yeah.
mean, not for a lot of us.
Right.
But
Hmm. Yeah,
so
like I, well, not to cut you off, but like I
no, go
have
ahead.
I had a conversation with well, one of my mentors. He's my friend, but I always I consider him my mentor. Like
Mhm.
he's actually my producer, Rod Lava.
Okay.
He did all the beats on my on two of my projects, the Michael 1 and Michael 2 project.
Okay.
But I consider him a real good friend and a mentor. Like all my producers are like mentors and friends to me. Like I really value their the relationship and friendship that I have with them. But I remember I had a conversation with him. I was like, man, man, like I don't know if I'll, ever have get to the point where I'll have shit figured out. Like I know I'm gonna keep going and I know I'm gonna keep growing, but I'm always want to I'm never gonna feel content. I'm never gonna feel like I have shit figured out. I know, but I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Okay with not having everything figured out at a certain time or whatever. And
Yeah.
he told me like, man, I would encourage you not to ever have everything figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like because the more the when you have everything figured out, that's when you feel like it's time to stop. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
who's to say that you like the goal is to stop doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, like who's to say that music is supposed to be that thing that you you work at for a few years and then you stop once you get enough success from it. Nah, like the success is good, but the success is the success. Like the music is the music. Like why
Mhm.
look at music like it's work? You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you want to benefit and make money off your music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I would be lying if I said that I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? And hell yeah, I get money from it. I might not get all the money in the world from it right now, but yeah, I gain financial success from it, right now. But at the same time, like, just if I reach the goal, like if I become a billionaire from this shit, why does that mean that I got to stop making music?
Right.
I'm an artist. I'm a lyricist. Like this is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't. Like I said, there ain't no finish line for this shit to me.
Yeah,
But
that's
nah,
good. So that's good. That's good. I love that because it's like small goals that lead up to the big goal, but then the big goal never ends because it's just continuously ongoing. Because if that's really your craft and really what you love and you're all about, I don't, yeah,
yeah,
I feel the same way you. Why end it? You know what I'm saying? Why stop?
right.
Because that's a good point. There's a lot of people need to think like that.
And I might feel different in a few years. Who knows? But right now, I'm like, I don't know why I would feel this way. Like years from now if I've already been through different stages like up to this point, prior to this point. Like I started off in a group. And then I ended up being solo, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
I went through I want to say like 5 years in a group and then 10 years solo. Up prior to now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still feel like going. You know what I mean? I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going on.
So let me ask you this. After I know that you will sit in the studio and maybe you don't, but you probably will sit there and play back and then listen and listen. But when the project is all done, wrapped up, packaged up nicely, and it's already put out there, do you go back and listen to it and then start picking and critiquing yourself?
Yeah,
You do?
definitely. Hmm.
How bad
Yep.
does that mess with you?
Um, like I said, like the critiques is just to get better. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
there's certain look. So there's this song called Tyson that I got on my album Michael Two.
Okay.
Um, I kind of like the way that I approached it. I felt like I did it justice, but then I also said to myself like I could have done it justice with a different approach. You know what I'm saying? So like I could sit here and confidently say that, oh yeah, like you know, yo the way that I approached it was, was good and whatever, but you know, maybe like because like I do have moments where I overthink, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I'm a very technical person when it comes to, rapping and shit. So
Yeah.
like I even be like, man, like man, the tempo of the beat made me want to approach it like this, you know what I'm saying? Or the BPM of the beat made me want to approach it like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like but then I had to sit back and tell myself like, nah, maybe you don't need to approach it like that. Yeah, I'm just saying like I have these conversations with myself and I listen to projects like what do I need to do less of or what I need to do more of. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I never have the thought of like, oh, that wasn't like good enough because like if that was the case, I wouldn't even have put it out. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I've been through that stage before. You know what I'm saying? Where I just put out shit just for the sake of putting shit out. Like definitely in the beginning stages. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because I just want to like test shit out, and I encourage everybody to do that in their beginning stages. Like don't think about whether it's good enough or not. Test it out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
see the response that you get and see how like and if you want to like delete it like later on, you know what I'm saying, go ahead. But make sure that you just test shit out and then get to the point where like you're confident in everything that you put out. Like when they like I don't ever have this conversation like like when I do features or when I like do songs with other rappers like who have that mentality of like, oh, I'm gonna have the best verse or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the same way that I do. Like I don't ever have this mentality of like who else had the best verse, like who had the best verse. No, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
me because I wouldn't have like I have I got like four different chances every time like when I'm writing some shit. I have four different chances to say nah, I'm not gonna put that out or I'm not gonna use this. You know what I'm saying? So before I write it, while I'm writing it, after I write it, when I record it, that you know what I'm saying, and when it's done, like I get to I have a chance to be like, man, nah, it's not. This ain't it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it's so when I put it out, like I make sure that I've went through all those stages of convincing myself like whether I should put it out or not.
Hmm.
So, but by the time like I decide to put it out, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that that means that it's the go time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't have that mentality of like I didn't do my thing on that. No, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So like when like I don't even care if everybody's like yo the other person had a better verse than you. I'm like all right cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up. But like in my mind, like because I know what I put into
Mm-hmm.
each verse or each line. So like so and I knew I got to live in that moment and
Yeah.
everything. So like I'm pretty much confident in the majority of shit that I put out. But I also but I will admit that I have like moments. Yeah, maybe I need to not do that kind of style as much. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I need to do more of this, less of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of critiques that I have, like with with shit that I do in general, and then especially with projects. You know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
that was like a long ass answer, but
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. But going back to when you're saying like for the what you recommend for people to do is put that stuff out, in the beginning. So
mhm,
that's what so I'm not a hello, I'm not a singer, I'm not a rapper, I'm nothing like that, but I'm an artist of medium. So I get it, and then it was been like maybe 8 years now. And in the beginning, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I just was doing stuff and then putting it out there. And then I'm still gonna always think like what you, how can I get better? So I have
right,
been learning, I've been practicing in my stuff today versus my stuff back then. Even though I'm not, I still look at my stuff now and think to myself, damn, okay, I can do better. So I'm going to try and do better. It's a hell of a lot better than what it was in the beginning, because I've
yeah,
studied it too, and, my art and stuff. And I love, so there's a couple of them that I can honestly say, damn, I really did that. And there's only two out of everything I've done for the past 8 years. And there was one point in time for a whole year, I did two paintings every day in 1 year. You know how my place was like packed with canvases of all sizes? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah, it was a lot because
That's crazy.
yeah, but
That's
I
but
had
that's
some
dope. That's dope.
stuff going on and mental health shit, that shit is real for real, but the doctor
Yeah.
said find you a hobby. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay. I had no idea what the hell because I didn't think I was good at like what you said. I didn't think I was good at anything. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I've had this drawing thing in me. And then when I went and, and spent some time in prison, I learned how to do some stuff in there and art and
Mhm.
stuff. So I said, let me get into that. And for a
Mhm.
whole year, I challenged myself to do one painting a day. But there were times when I had so much anxiety. I was like, one painting, boom, done. Do another one, boom, done. So there
Yeah.
was two paintings for sure for a whole year every day you know
Damn.
so yeah, I can relate to how you critique your own stuff and
Mhm.
how can you get better. I definitely can relate to that stuff because I do that shit now with my
Yeah.
art. I still, and out of everything I've ever done, three three paintings that I can say to put it out there and be like they're the best three I've done
Mhm.
by far. Out of all the stuff I've done, none of it I thought was good enough. Like, okay, no, this
Right.
challenge yourself, continue to challenge yourself. And this is for anybody out there, whatever your craft is, continue to challenge yourself,
Mhm.
learn your craft, understand your stuff, and get out there and, and do it. Don't just talk about it, but be about it for real.
Mhm. Yeah. Now, you know what? I like that, and I'm glad that's what happened for you. You know what I'm saying? You found a hobby that helped you with your, whatever you were going through, and
Yeah.
but also, hey, that's cool because that's another good way like to approach it. I think you should have like, I think people should have whether you want to start like this or not, but I feel like you should have that moment where you like you just put shit out and you test it out because we live in that era where it's like we live in that era and that time that putting shit out is like the way to go. You know what I mean? You can't really
Yeah.
just. But at the same time, I think you should also get to the point where you do work more than what people see. You know what I'm saying? So like the
Yeah.
way that you said, like you did a painting every day, you did a couple of paintings every day, but they only got to see like uh they didn't, you put it, you only were confident about three of them or
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like you should do that. Like you should work more behind the scenes than on the scene,
Then
basically,
in
because
public.
that's, yeah, like you should be in, because that's what it is. Like you're in the gym, like for athlete, like you're in the gym more uh than you have a game, than you play a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they might have however many games a year, but even when they don't have a game, they're in the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Right.
like practice happens every day. Like the games and the big moments, like they happen uh, you know, seasonally, every
Yeah.
season. But you got, just because the season is over, what I mean, you got to make sure that you stay in the gym, you stay practicing, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
every day practicing on your craft, but make sure that you know you you have that moment where you're gonna put something out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
And I
but
think people just want to see like, I've always felt like people just want to see like there when it's done, boom. And they don't really understand because they don't see the process and how you got there and how you're
mhm,
getting there. People don't understand like the struggles. Like,
mhm,
I mean, I struggled every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm,
I
yeah,
go in with an idea, and then
mhm,
that idea just kind of don't happen, and then something else comes out, and it's like it's a lot of hard work, sweat and tears, especially when
yeah,
you
mhm,
especially I know I get it now why it's called a starving artist for real. Yeah,
yeah,
don't make
for
no money off of that. And you spend so
real.
much money on this, and yet I continue to do it. I show you my garage. I got paintings everywhere. I got paintings all up in my house. I've sold a few of them to a few doctors, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm,
it doesn't stop me. I do it because I want to see,
mhm,
and I know that I can get better. So it's
yeah,
I I totally, like I said, I understand what you're saying about how can you get to that next level? Because I'm thinking that all the time, every day too. And it's not even not to put it out there, prove to anybody. It's more like
mhm.
because I know I can. It's more like for myself. So I challenge myself every time.
That's the truth. Yep, that's the
Yeah.
truth. And going back to the mental health thing, like I feel
Hmm.
like everybody who's like trying to improve on their mental health, I think writing and painting, whether you're good at it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, like you get better at shit at the more that you do it. But like I just think, like, even whether it's a skill or not, like I would encourage everybody to write and paint, you know what I'm saying? Do some
Yeah.
form of drawing or whatever. But I would also encourage them to be physical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Find like a go to the gym. You know what I mean? Go work out, or go take boxing classes or something. Not for the sake of like you wanting to be a fighter, like a professional fighter. Not like because just to stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? And stay
Yeah.
fit, and stay active. So I think that's how kids should be. Like I feel like every kid should have like a um physical hobby and
Hmm.
a artistic hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they should read. You know what? I actually don't have a problem with kids playing video games. If video games is how they chill and stay out of trouble, then
Hmm.
that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it comes to a point where it's like they're in, that's all they do, and they don't have a physical hobby to do. They don't go outside. They don't go to the gym. They don't ride their bike or play basketball or whatever. Then
Yeah.
that's when it becomes a problem, and they start becoming obese
Right.
or whatever. Like, then that's when it becomes a problem. But if, like, I know kids that are involved in sports and all that. Like, I got a nephew who plays soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just started playing soccer like um and this is like his second year playing soccer. And he's about to be 10 this in May,
Yeah.
at by the end of May, you know what I mean? So, but when he's not doing that, like, and he has a lot of energy, so it's not like he's one of those kids that's just lazy or whatever. He likes to, do shit outside of soccer. Like if you said, "Hey, let's go to, run with me to the store," you know what I'm saying? We're going to
Hmm.
Walmart. That fool is gonna be running all over the place. Like, he don't even need to run over the place. Like, he just starts running for no freaking reason. I'm like, yo, get over here, bro. But like, and but when he's not, like, when there's nothing going on, like, he's always playing that fucking video game. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I remember there was 9-year-olds or 10-year-olds that was out there in the street. Like, yeah, they were outside playing, but like some of them stayed out too late. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like during the day they're playing and they're, hanging out with all the other kids, but they might have, while some of the other kids is got to go inside, there's some other kids that's out there hanging
Yeah.
out with the criminals and the bad kids that's up to no good. You know what I'm saying? So like, shit, like, that's what I'm saying. I think it's cool that, kids stay active and they have, like, they stay physical. But, if it's video games that keep you occupied and keep you out of trouble, then that's cool. And that helps you, have something to concentrate on or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Or maybe it's reading, maybe it's writing, maybe it's a motherfucking painting. You know what I'm saying? Shit, maybe it's watching movies. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's watching documentaries.
Film critics.
Whatever.
Grow up to be
Yeah,
film critics
maybe they, yeah. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they should have both physical and
and artistic
something and
hobby.
artistic. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for
yeah.
sure. I agree. So let's talk a little bit more about your music. So I have my favorites from you. There's a
Okay.
few of them. Um, and there was one. I'm so proud of you because you and uh I forget who were the other ones on there. I know Lil Dopey was on there, but it's the Selena one. What made you decide to do that? I love that. First of all, I'm not hating on that. That was so good. I love that. Okay, what
My
made you
bad.
decide to do that one? What was
So
the process on that?
so we all know, like, we're Latinos, so like we all grew up listening to Tejano music, and
Right.
you're familiar with like Tejano music, right? Like
Yes, for sure.
Paz, Perez, all
Yeah.
them, like, and
Intocable,
then
like yeah.
hmm and one of the main stars that it's almost like calling her a Tejano artist is like an understatement. Not to disrespect Tejano music, because I love Tejano music, but she was like Selena. She was different. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, she was about to cross over. She could have probably. She, a lot of people want to compare her to like Beyonce or whatever. I almost want to say, like, this is gonna be a weird comparison, but I almost want to say, like, uh besides like rapping, like, she would have been like a Drake, in the sense of like she could have done every genre, because the Drake would have Drake could do like a country song, Drake could do like a
Yeah.
Spanish song, you know what I mean, and then he could rap. Shit, who knows? Like, Selena might have had some rapping skills too. We might have could have seen that, but I just thought the the impact that she made, while she was alive, was crazy. But even the what ifs is like is even more like, man, what if she was alive? You know what I'm saying? She would have like won Grammy. She would have been bigger than such and such, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she was so much. She meant so much to me, and I know she means a lot to a lot of, like, uh, plenty of people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
um, so, like, that to me, that was already like, I always wanted to do like a tribute to Selena, but like, but I already, I went to the to the studio, and I told my producer like, yeah, man, like I want to do like a tribute to Selena, and I almost want to do it like a cipher to where we like, we just spit a few bars, and then we kind of we're rapping over Selena beat. We could rap whatever we want to rap about. And I told no cussing. I made sure everybody didn't cuss because I didn't want I didn't want that to be a problem. We just cuss and start talking a whole bunch of you
Yeah.
know crazy shit. But I made sure that everybody was able to rap whatever they wanted to rap about, but like make a Selena reference somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the goal, uh, like to do it as a cipher. But like, and I had different like samples in mind, but that Siona Vest was like one that like it was either gonna be that one or what's the other one? The man, I forgot the other one like that I said, but Siona Vest was like the main one, and I didn't think that he was gonna it was gonna come out the way that it came out. I thought it was gonna be more like cipher type
Mhm.
of style, but when he made it, I was like, oh shit, this is a banger. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I played it with the person that was my manager at the time, shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? We still cool. But the my manager who I had at the time, um, he told me, man, you need to actually do a hook. Like this actually needs to be a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? And you need to have a full verse. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to like have two verses. I'm like, God damn, but like we're gonna have other people on. I wanted to have other people, you know what I'm saying? Because like I wanted to also take the opportunity to highlight the Latino and Hispanic talent in the city, and what better way than to do it with my boys Dopey and Stevo. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
and then I thought it would be a cool idea to get GT Garza on there. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
he's somebody to this day who's like a legend, and
Yeah.
he's well respected in the you know in the underground scene for sure. But so I was like, well, shit. If I want to do all that, like, and you saying I should do two verses, like, goddamn. So I kind of made it work. And to me, I'm like, shit. And then nobody's making me do shit, but like when people say like, man, you need to rap a little bit more, I'm like, shit, I love to rap. So like, if you tell me like you need to write 1,000 bars for this song, like I'm like, shit, don't tempt me with a good time, goddamn it. You know what I
Yeah, like
mean?
I was so down.
But so I kind of we made it work, and yeah, like, and then some people, I made sure that it wasn't gimmicky, because for a little while, like people were noticing me for that song. Like that song opened up some doors for me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So like, but I made sure that I wasn't the Selena guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I did an interview one time, and all due respect, respect to the person that was interviewing me, but he wanted me to spit a verse from the Selena song. Like, you know how people say, "Oh, you spit
Oh,
a verse."
I saw that interview. I think I
Yeah,
saw
yeah, yeah.
that. Yeah.
And it's dope.
Don't
It,
worry, I'm not gonna get you to do that. People got to go and listen.
yeah,
You ain't getting a free show here today. Just kidding.
real, right? But he wanted, like, when people ask me to rap a verse, I'm thinking, okay, well, shit, I could rap whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he wanted me to specifically rap the Selena verse. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Mhm.
oh shit, why can't you go listen to it? Goddamn it, like, you know what I mean? But I mean, so I was almost kind of catching on that
Mhm.
oh, like they're trying to make me the Selena guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least that's how I felt.
Yeah.
So I want to let it be known, like I never did that song as a gimmick to do anything, I literally love Selena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm a fan of Selena. You know, like for real. Like I'll in the car, like this. I'll listen to Tupac, Wu-Tang, and shit, and then like the next moment, I'm listening to Selena, George Strait, shit like the shit that I'll be listening to in the car.
Yeah.
I listen to all kinds of shit, and I'll play that shit loud. Like everybody get like, you hear this shit, like you know what I'm saying, like. Um, but yeah, like, you know, that, and then so one of my friends, like, he says, man, Mike hates that he did that song. I'm like, I don't ever know, I don't regret. Like he thinks that because I was having a problem with how everybody was just, you know, trying to almost make a mockery out of me doing that song. Like
Hmm.
that's how I felt. I may be taking it the wrong way, but almost felt like people like, and then people was like, people kept on like telling me like, man, you need to do a song where you sample uh George Strait, or you sample, like they just started like coming up with all kinds of shit. Get fucking a song where you sample Britney Spears, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm not trying to like start this whole trend of like me taking like pop samples and
Yeah.
try making it into hip hop shit. I'm doing what I actually fuck with, or what I believe in. So I never do shit that goes back to saying I never do shit that I am not willing to stand by, or
Yeah.
and uh and everything that I do is authentic, you know what I mean? And it's genuine. It's never to be gimmicky, you know?
Yeah.
I would want to like I wouldn't even want to do shit that's like gimmicky, like, and trust me, there's people that try to get me to do a whole bunch of different gimmicks, and especially shit that has something to do with like Hispanic culture. Like people wanted me to do like, motherfuckers wanted me to wear a sombrero and shit. Like they wanted me to dress like a damn, like, yeah, they wanted me
Mariachi.
mariachi. They wanted me to
But
and of course,
why do people have to do that though? I mean, like,
yeah, I don't
why
understand
would you
that.
have to dress like that just to sample? Like, I don't, I don't understand it. Why can't you just
Yeah,
be like you doing your
mm-hmm,
thing on it? You know what I'm saying?
for real. Like you got to dress a certain way to make a certain. Nah, I'm not with that. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So,
I
but
agree.
yeah, we could go crazy with that conversation. But nah, we can. I don't
Let's
got
just
to.
move it on. There's
Let's just
a
move it on.
Yeah, just moving on. So you have a new song out, don't you? Didn't I see a little sample of it where I see the Houston skyline in the back? It's just
Hmm.
recently I saw you posted just recently, not too long ago, a few
Which
weeks ago
one?
maybe. I don't know. I
Which
think
one
it's
was
a
it?
new one. You had some people on there. I didn't even get to hear the whole thing. Well, what do you got going on? What's new? What projects you got going on?
I'm working on a project called Rap Canelo. I got a few projects in the works, but the one that I'm like about to start rolling out
Hmm.
is called Rap Canelo. TDM, we in this bitch. Hey, 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 huh. Hard to adjust to the contradiction. A lot of rappers fake having lunch with the competition. Had to tell myself that's what come with the job description. Feel the wrath of a menace and trusting that God forgive them. Live and direct, and bitch, I'm young and activated. A lot of shit on my plate, but now my stomach agitated. Anytime I drop a verse, that's when another rapper hated. Combination is feminized and punk collaborated. Never stop, I gotta go hard, it's enough vacays. Appetite for destruction, I'm starving to touch payday. Spotting my target, the bus AKs. When I'm aiming for the cats in the view, then I'm sharper than Club Shay Shay. Never tripping, I got this angel that's watching me. Giving everything that I got, explaining philosophies. Manifested completely came with the prophecy. A lot of fake shit in this game, but it's not for me. Through the trials and tribulations, I never stop. And
Okay.
I've kind of teased that title like a few, you know, the past 2 years, but it's always been like just like for freestyles and shit. And you
Mhm.
know, but I was like, man, I think I need to make a whole project called Rap Canelo. And it's, you know, it's just the reason why, you know, it's called Rap Canelo is because you know, Canelo, of course, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like one of the best fighters, and I feel like I'm one of the best rappers, you know what I'm saying? And then he's Latino and I am. Well, and mind you, for the people that's listening, like I don't speak a lot of Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't judge me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, you
but
could have fooled me when I heard you do some of that rap in Spanish. I thought
yeah,
you
I can
knew it.
speak a
Okay.
little bit. I can
Okay.
speak a little bit, but and
So
it's
convincing.
the irony in that is like Canelo is, he don't speak English and I barely speak he barely speaks English and I barely speak Spanish, you know what I'm saying, but we're
Yeah.
both, you know what I'm saying, and then on top of that we're both ginger, you know what I'm saying, you can tell by the
Yeah.
beard, you know what I mean, so like it kind of, in my mind, it makes a little bit sense, and the whole like, I think like boxing is like a a cool metaphor for like the way that we approach rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially from a competitive standpoint. And sometimes I wonder like why are rappers so competitive,
Hmm.
and including myself. But it's like, I don't know. It's just the content, the type of shit that we talk about, like requires us to be competitive and kind of like it's almost like the competition is it's like us against the world or us against ourselves. Like it's me against me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so like that's our mentality. So like boxing is like um the best analogy for rap. So I like to play off of that metaphor or whatever. But what's it called? And then with that being said, it's like it's a it's a project about me showcasing like why I feel like I'm the best. You know what I mean? So like I have like songs where I'm displaying like punchlines and
Hmm.
slick talk and all that shit, but also like I'll show you like uh my diversity. So like I have more shit like storytelling joints. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
kind of like a vindictive, the school shooting song, but just a different subject. So more storytelling joints, more punchline joints, and then maybe like something you could party to, or maybe some smooth shit, whatever. But just everything that I feel like checks the box on why I feel like I'm uh one of the best, if not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's my mentality. You know what I mean? Um One of my favorite albums that I always look at for inspiration in the sense of like checking every box. I'm not saying it's like lyrically the best. Like it is lyrically one of the best, but I'm not saying it's the the pinnacle of the best lyricism,
Hmm.
but like one of the examples, but in the sense of like checking every box on like every type of style to do as an MC, as a rapper. Um, the best example, in my opinion, is the Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you
Hmm.
heard that
Yeah.
album. So like in that album, like he, in my opinion, like for that to be like his last album before he died, like
Yeah.
to me that was kind of like a good album, like for him to show people why he was the best. You know what I'm saying? Because he did like storytelling, he did like
Yeah.
the punchline, slick rap, he did the party songs, he did the songs that are introspective and kind of like they're personal and all that, like
Yeah.
that are emotional and make you cry. But then he also has like songs that are for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then he even tried to do a different style, like when he did that Bone Thugs song, like where he's rapping fast. Like I
Hmm.
said, he wasn't the best at doing everything, but he was exceptionally good at doing everything. Like
Right.
like that's like saying like Michael Jordan and Kobe. Like they might not be the best at each aspect, but they know how to exceptionally do everything how to do everything exceptionally well. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's what makes them the two of the greatest, because they know how to take each aspect, each type of you know, each aspect of the game, and they know how to dominate with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I gotta, you know, I gotta be sharp with my 3 pointers, or I gotta you know, have be sharp with the assist, or I gotta be sharp with you know, how to dunk or whatever. I need to, you know, have a, you know what I'm saying, this technique, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
and knowing when and where to and when not to utilize those techniques, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, um so that, you know, that's the approach that I take with like music, like, you know what I mean, I want to be able to do everything exceptionally well, uh and dominate, and combine everything and dominate with it, you know, you feel me?
Yeah, I get you. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. One thing I wanted to say though, I wanted first of all, again, I want to say how very proud I am of you because I've known you for a while, and even
Appreciate
though
it.
we don't hang out, I do follow you. I know from when you were younger, when you first were starting off till now.
Mhm.
But I know when you were talking about, just to take it back a little bit, when you were talking about where they're talking about how where you when you're rapping, you kind of sound like you were out of breath and you were trying to rap too fast and all that. I didn't hear none of that. There's one, and I don't know the name. Please forgive me. You're in a white hoodie, and you're like there's a train, like a train station, and
I know what you're talking about.
okay. I love how you're rapping in there, and then there's a piece in there where you start going a little fast. I understood every word you said, and you're not like some of those rappers when you're trying to rap fast. Because I ain't putting no names out there, but I've heard it, and it's kind of like, what the f did he just say? What? I don't understand. But your enunciation comes out so clear that I'm like, I fucks with that. Like that is especially that because you have a certain pace and then you start rapping fast and it's right on time. So that's what you were talking about when you got to know
I appreciate that.
when
Mhm.
to when and where to do those things. That was pretty good. What is the name of that? Because I don't remember it. I'm sorry.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the compliments. I'm one of those people that I probably say thank you to every compliment that people give me. So like people are like, man, you ain't gotta tell me thank you. I'm like, but I
For
want
real.
to.
Okay, well, I
But
appreciate the thank you, but you ain't got to.
nah, that's what's up. But it'll happen natural. You know what I'm saying? But that was like a freestyle uh that I did uh to some to a beat called Johnny P's Caddy.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, that's what it.
uh
Yeah, that's what it
the
is. Now,
original song is by Benny the Butcher and J. Cole. But I, you know, I'm one of those people, like if I like a song and I like the beat, like I'm one, you know, and it inspires me to write, and then, you know, I'll write to it. But yeah, it's called Caddy Free Johnny P's Cat, but it on the caption or the video it says Caddy Freestyle. The my videographer titled it that way, and I was like, well, shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say, oh no, you forgot Johnny P's, like, you know what I mean? Like, nah,
yeah,
fuck it.
no,
But
it's
they,
good, good. I love it.
nah, I appreciate you,
Yeah,
appreciate
guys, go check that out because I found that's on YouTube. You put a lot of stuff out there on YouTube and Instagram, right?
you. Yep.
So I know you're doing shows. Are you doing any shows coming up?
Um, I got one on June 15th. Uh, it's called it's called Summer Jam.
Okay.
Kind of like how like they do it with you know, the Hot 97 Summer Jam, how they used to do back in the days, but like
Yeah.
uh our own version. My team TDM, uh they, you know, David, he puts together events, you know, for people to, he's always good at doing that type of stuff, like putting together like solid events that, you know,
Mm.
everybody could get together and network. Like you know, he's selective on the artists that he gets to perform,
Okay.
but also at the same time, like he likes for everybody to be there. Like it's almost like everybody who's there is like uh everybody's cool with each other. Everybody's it's like family. It's like a big. I feel that's what I like about the environment that I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like it's almost like going to a family reunion like every month. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
know how like it's like every 4 or 3 years there's like a family reunion, like
Yeah.
or I don't know how like I know I've been to family reunions like literally uh before in my life, but I remember I don't remember like what was the like with the time frame on how often they did it. Like was it like every 5 year thing or whatever? But I don't know. But like with the events that we throw, like if it's not something specific in the sense of like you know whether we're going to another city or another town or whatever, like it always feels like a family reunion. So that's like this event is like for the summer, everybody come out, have a good time, you know what I mean, and then I'm out, and then a few artists are perform, so I'll be performing. I'm not doing as much shows as I used to, but I'll probably be more like specific on the shows that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like what if it's something that's like that that's gonna be like the last show that I did was at White Oak Music Hall.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
and the headliner was an artist by the name of Doe Man, and and you know it was a great show, and that was like I plan on doing like more shows like that in the future, you know what I mean, and eventually start going on tour and all that
Yeah.
and all that shit. But yeah, like for right now, I'm just kind of like lining things up on how to do things, like whether it's because all that's like a rollout, like like whenever you put out a project, like you kind of want to do like go on some sort of tour, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, like to promote the project, or perform new songs, the songs from the project, you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
and then on top of that, like shit that people already know. But yeah, so I'm more so like gonna start moving. I'm at that point where I'm gonna start moving like that, more specific on how I do shows. But for the most part, like this is why this goes back to the subject of practicing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always practicing my performance. You know what I mean? Like I'm always ready to perform, basically. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
So do you have pen and pad that you always carry with you? Like when you come up with some ideas, you write jot down. Is that true from what I hear?
nah, well, maybe I was like that before, but
Okay.
nowadays it's hard to. I move around a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like music or just doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? Other
Mm.
type of work. Like I move around a lot, basically, and it's hard to always be attentive to the pen and pad. So that's what I like about having a phone. You know what I'm saying? Like writing in my phone. So excuse me, I'm more of a pen and pad type of guy. But
Mhm.
when it comes down to like just jotting down the ideas, like I'll use the phone. You know what I'm saying? And then like whenever I get time to sit down, whenever I'm at home or whatever, I'll I'll fuck around with the pen and pad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's the luxury of having the phone. You know what I'm saying? So when you're not at the pen and pad, you could jot that shit down in your phone. But I remember I saw like an interview like with Jay-Z,
Mhm.
where the reason that he writes in his head is because like he didn't all like when he was out there on the streets, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, um, he didn't necessarily have a pen and pad in reach whenever he was thinking of these rhymes. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
he would always run into the. I heard that he was always running into the store, um, like grabbing little plastic, the little paper bags or whatever,
Yeah.
and the brown paper bags, and writing it down there, and then at times like he had to memorize shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't always have like anything to write
Mhm.
down, to write that shit down on, you know what I mean? So uh he he had to learn how to memorize that shit in his head. And then he also said that he lost material with that, with by doing that, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
eventually the more he did that, you know what I mean, like he, became a master at it. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't mind becoming a master at that as well, for the sake of just knowing how to, you know, oh, if I don't have the pen and pad, it's okay because I don't need the pen and pad.
Yeah.
But uh, like I said, I have the phone. You know what I mean?
Just
So
don't lose the
I don't.
phone.
Yeah, don't lose the phone.
Don't lose the
And
phone.
don't lose the
Don't lose.
damn phone. So like, uh, I why not? Why not? You know, use that to my advantage. But
Mhm.
also, but believe it or not, or I actually like the feeling of the pen hitting
The
the
pad.
paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just like a dope feeling. It's like therapeutic to me. I don't know, but realistically, I can't depend on that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That to me, the pen and pad, the way that I move around, the pen and pad is like a luxury for me. You know what I'm saying? So like you know, get the job done. However, just get the job done. But that pen and pad, that's when that's like I said, it's a luxury. It's a privilege for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
All right, Mike,
yeah.
I got another question for you.
What's up?
For all the ladies out there, are you single?
Shit.
What's up with that? You're married to the rap game? You got room for like what's going on? Because all the ladies
uh,
want to know.
shit. Nah. uh,
Wait, are you blushing?
nah. I'm just red.
Oh,
I'm just.
okay. Okay.
I'm a. Like I said, I'm a ginger. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a. You know what I mean? So, am I single? Yeah. And I no, I'm not single because I am married to the
To the
to the
rap
rap
game.
game now. But yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Any before we go, any advice out there to I know you gave an advice earlier to the new artists up and coming, but um anything else you want to say to anybody who is, in this game trying to get into this rap game?
Um, any advice?
Yeah.
You know what? Like I remember somebody saying, like, man, I don't want to just keep telling people to keep going, and because like there's so much shit to tell people. Uh, then because it's almost like people say like that if I told people to just keep going, like people would consider that like a half-assed answer. But in
Mhm.
my opinion, it's like, well, what else do I need to tell them? You know what I'm saying? Keep going because they're especially now, like if you got a dream right now and you want to like chase it or turn it into reality, I don't think there's any better time than now to do shit because they're like you're not nobody's robbing you of information on how to maneuver through this game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like there's shit on YouTube, there's shit on Google, you know what I mean? There's so much information out nowadays on how to navigate through this rap game or through this industry. You know what I'm saying? So when I say keep going, I really mean like I kept going. You know what I'm saying? Even without information. I was blind traveling through this
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, I'm at a point where there's I might even be late to certain information, but the fuck does that supposed to make me do? Like, want to be like, oh, I didn't have this shit fucking 5 years ago. I think I should fucking give up. No, I have this shit now, so that means I need to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going right the fuck now. Like play
But
the game different.
that's how else they're gonna learn though. By continuing to keep going, and keep going could be like
Yeah.
continue to learn your craft, listen to other artists, learn from other artists and go. So yeah, it's not a half-ass answer. It's
Yeah.
truly, if you have to continue to keep going because you
Mhm.
don't know what door is going to open next, and if you don't go,
Mhm.
you don't know what could have been. Then what?
Yeah.
You kick yourself in
Keep,
the ass because you
mhm.
stop.
Yeah.
I
Keep going. How about this? I'll break it down then. Keep going, meaning AKA dedicate time to your craft. Keep going, study your craft. You know what I'm saying? Read a book. Motherfucking write some shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch a fucking YouTube video. Like, you know, like keep going. Like keep going is like there's so many things to learn. How about that? Keep learning.
there you go.
That's the better one. Keep learning. That's my advice.
That's what's up. Keep going, keep learning for sure.
Yeah.
All right, all right, Mike. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your experiences with us.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. So, Mike, where can people find you? Put your plugs in, set that out for them. Like where can they find your videos and contact you and all that good stuff.
For the most part, I'm mainly active on Instagram, so y'all could find me on Instagram at MICGARZA 1030, which is Mic Garza 1030, and all my links to my YouTube is on there. So like everything really you could find out through Instagram. So follow me on IG, and then the
And the
the story begins
possibilities are
from there.
endless.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Because everything is on your IG.
For real.
All right, Mike. Well, welcome to the Unhinged, a Mary Blige show. Until the next conversation. Thank you, Mike.
The Unhinged, where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in.
Listen.
The Unhinged, where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in.
Listen.
Mary, blah.
Show.
Mary, blah.
Show.
The Unhinged, where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in.
Listen.
The Unhinged, where nothing is hidden. We talking so get in.
Listen.
Mary, blah.
Show.
Mary, blah.
Show.
Welcome